one that I've got left to attempt at him. Lights are on though, with 15 seconds to go on the timer. Engines are revving. Tensions are boiling. And we are about to go green. There we go, we are green. We're going to go out onto the track, but we don't care about us. We're going to try and get this battle as Jamie Armitage gets an amazing start up the inside, but we're obviously so many cars going side by side into this turn here. We're going to try and get a solid camera. There we go, someone is wide off of the front straight there through turn number 1. These drivers pile into Druids Bend here. So, at the moment we're looking at Adam Ransbottom as he taps Mirko Wagner. Mirko runs off the circuit there. As this is the closest battle apparently according to my timing sheet. And this is Mirko Wagner currently in 4th. There are many people in this battle though. Look at this, Paul Fenwick looking to get involved as well. Just a couple of places behind. Still some extremely close battling near the rear end of the field though. As drivers start to sort themselves out, we're going to have a little look at Paul. He is in 6th position looking to get past Mirko. We go on board, but we might be coming straight off board because look at this. Paul is going to go for the inside going into Druids. He's going to late break it up the inside of Mirko, but it looks like he's able to do it. Look at that, absolutely fantastic move up the inside there. Paul Fenwick is going to be able to hold on to P number 5. Looking at this battle behind though, someone's just run onto the grass on big 2 wheels as well. I've seen behind. Adrian Gibson though is looking to get up the inside of Ross Garland. Will he be able to make the move? He tries up the inside of Surtees Bend. It doesn't quite work out and he's going to have to drop off. This battle once more up ahead as Mirko tries to regain his place on Paul. It doesn't quite work. Got extremely close battles all around the field here. It's really tired. Like, I just don't know who to watch. But currently there is a 3-way very close battle as it looks like Dave Peat is going to go on the outside, but we've got a battle for the lead. I'm not going to look at that though because at the moment we've got this battle raging on. A big slide by Dave Peat. Will he be able to hold the car? Yes, he will. He's front wheel drive. Car's able to pull the rear of it back around, but he loses position to Lucas Techlaw there. And now Wunderpower is looking for the inside as well, and he loses that position also. Try to get a little bit more zoomed out position. There we go. He's trying around the outside, but can't. Simon Hodge though is looking to get past Aliro Rigo. Obviously extremely close. He's dropping off immediately as we start to watch him there. This is back of the field here, well, midfield, sorry. Simon Marshall trying to get past Adrian Gibson, but obviously dropping off under the acceleration point. Mirko Wagner is trying to get past Paul Fenwick once more, trying to regain that position. Will he be able to... Oh, sorry, that is Mirko Wagner trying to get past Carl Little. Sorry, it was not updated. Paul Fenwick has been able to make his move and get past Carl Little and gain already a little bit of a gap. Mirko trying around the outside. Will it work? He's been able to hold it there. It's going to become the inside of Graham Hill. And he's been able to make it work. Daniel Trapp also going to try and get past Carl Little here in the background. Here we go. Thank you, Bukian, for following, and welcome to Race Department. So we've got this extremely close battle going on. I've got a choke again. But first we're going to go have a little look at this side-by-side battle for the race lead. And it looks like Simon has been able to make that move and make it stick as well. He's heading into turn number 1. He has got that position sorted. At the rear though, there's a midfield, sorry, there is a little bit of a contact by the look of it between Ross Garland and Daniel Trapp. They've both been got going once more. Doesn't look like they lost too much time out with that. Carl Little looking to make his way back past Mirko Wagner here. Coming out of Graham Hill here onto Cooper Strait. Looks like he's had a better run. Will he make a move up the inside of Surtees? No, he sticks behind. He's going to go for the inside, diving into a McLaren before heading into clearways. Actually fantastic, and into Clark Curve he goes, and he's been able to make the move on Mirko Wagner. is now going to be sitting right on the rear of Carl Little. And here he goes up the inside into Paddock Hill. Will the move work? No, it will not. He's had to drop off a little bit there, but there is a really close battle up on the lead as Aliro Rigo tries up the inside of Simon Hodge going into a Druids. He'll become the outside through the next corner, but he drops back. He's not going to even try and hold that. He might have been forced wide, so he decides, I'm going to stay where I am. Close battle back in the midfield though. Ross Garland trying to catch up and get past Simon Marshall. He's had a better run onto Cooper Straight, and here he goes up the inside of Surtees. Will he be able to make that move sick going into Surtees? There's a little bit of contact, and no, Ross Garland's around. I think that was actually Ross Garland's error. There is no reason that anyone was at fault there. It was just a racing incident from that, and Ross Garland's going to get back onto the track and have to recover from his mistake. Back up at the front though, Aliro Rigo has dropped off of Simon Hodge, still trying to make the move. But in this mid-wheel battle, Wim de Pauw is sitting in the middle of Daniel Trapp and Simon Marshall. But no, Wim de Pauw is off. Wim de Pauw is bouncing along the gravel there. Simon Marshall going to try and get his car closer to Daniel Trapp so he can try and make for a move here. But once again, we're being told to go have a little look at this front battle, because it is still very close, and I don't think that is going to ease up in this race unless there is some sort of mistake. Thabo Davison is trying to get past Peter Stern there, and Peter's had a little bit of an error going onto Cooper Straight, but Thabo not able to get much faster out of the corner, but he's going to go for the inside into Surtees. Nope, he drops it back there. Really try and make the move through McLaren as he locks up, trying to avoid the rear of Peter Stern. Now this is a battle for the bottom step of the podium. Stig Bidstrup and Alan Ramsbottom here. They're going to try and, well, Stig is going to try and get past Alan. Alan slides it massively through Graham Hill Bend there. So going on to Cooper Straight, Stig, it looks like he's going to have a little bit of a better run, but look how close, so leading to R, heading through McLaren. Aliro Rigo slams on the brakes, so once again in avoidance of contact to Simon Hodge. We saw that obviously last lap with one of the drivers down the lower end of the field. But this is the battle for third. Stig still trying to catch up to Alan. We are going to watch this battle up front though, as Aliro Rigo sitting right behind Simon Hodge. Will he go for the inside? Yes, he will. Oh, just avoiding contact there. How about the cars behind? Again, Stig also trying for the inside, but not able to make the move. But on the exit, he's going to try for it. He's going to try around the outside, but he can't quite do it. And thank you, Simbitsa, for following, and welcome to Race Department. Go and have a look at Thabo Davison, who's sitting in P15 at the moment, looking to get past Peter Stern. Can't quite do it, and he's going to have to sit behind at the moment. But up front, once more, a battle for the podium is raging on. Stig Bidstrup right on the rear of Alan Ramsbottom. If you go on board Stig, it looks like he had a bit of an error with his gear changing there, because he's dropped off of Alan quite a lot there. Going into turn number one though, it looks like the gap has increased a little bit, up to 6/10 between them now. But Thabo is going to be trying once more to get past Peter. He looks for the outside. Peter goes to defend it. Now Thabo's on the inside, and it looks like he's going to be able to hold the move going into Paddock Hill, but there's contact. Both drivers able to hold it. No, he's not. Thabo's into the gravel. He's going to be into the wall. And again, 2 into 1 just don't go. I think that was just purely a racing incident, and Thabo is going to have to recover from that. Peter Stern immediately into an overtake on Jamie Armitage around the outside. There's contact. I don't know whether this is purpose, well, if this could be avoided or not, but a little bit of contact. Both drivers facing the right way, so I don't think we should look too much into it. Stig Bidstrup on the rear of Alan Ramsbottom here, going into Paddock Hill Bend. He's going to look for the inside of Alan, one slightly wide. Can't quite make the move, but will he be able to make the move going into Druids, as I am losing my voice here, going into Druids. Can't quite make the move stick there, unfortunately for him, but Alan runs slightly wider than Stig under on the exit. So Stig is going to try and take advantage of that. Looks up the inside of Graham Hill, but thinks better of it. But now there is a battle going on behind. Paul Fenwick and Stig Bidstrup are battling for... this is Paul Fenwick and Carl Little battling for 5th position. And thank you, Kobe, for following. And oh my god, my voice has gone. Okay then. Let's try and recover from this. Stig Bidstrup in 4th position at the moment. 2/10 off of Alan Ramsbottom. He's going to try and get the inside into Paddock Hill here. He's going to stay up the inside, and it looks like he's going to be able to make the move. And Stig has finally been able to promote himself up to P number 3, but will he be able to hold it going into Druids? I am not too sure anymore what is going to happen with the end of this race, because everyone is so close. Even the leaders are still within 6/10 of each other. But it looks like Stig has been able to hold on to his P number 3 for now. Slides it slightly through Graham Hill though, and Alan is now going to be able to close right back up. So we go on board Alan as he heads through Surtees, and Harold Streshikov has spun it just in front, and it's caught Alan out. Alan has been distracted and he's onto the gravel, so no, Alan, unfortunately, after losing his podium, he's now going to lose a number more places. But we're going to look once more at this battle for the race lead. 3/10 between Aliro Rigo, who is following Simon Hodge. Going into Druids then, as you can see, back markers are definitely playing a part in this very short circuit. Blue flags will be waved towards them. It's whether they listen to them or not. Going through Graham Hill then, Aliro Rigo right on the rear of Simon Hodge, and Simon runs slightly wide, so Aliro is now going to be right back in there to try and make the move. Looking through McLaren, will he make the move into clearways? No, he doesn't. He locks up a little bit. Coming on the exit of Clark Curve there. And now right on the rear, this is a very nice battle for P number 1. This is for the race lead. Sorry, I was a bit distracted then. Yes, this is for the race lead here. Here we go, looking to get past Simon Hodge. So we have got battles going on elsewhere, and we will go be looking at those in a minute. If Aliro can't get past Simon, we'll go have a little look at the battles lower down in the field. Looks like Aliro is going to have to sit behind for now. And this looks like it's one of our closest other battles on the circuit at the moment. Thabo Davison still trying to get past Peter Stern. Able to close right onto the real Stern, and then makes a mistake. Look at that, a little bit deep into Paddock Hill. He slides it slightly, but it looks like he might be looking for the inside into Paddock Hill. He definitely makes that known to Peter Stern. Trying maybe to distract him going into Druids. Run slightly wide there onto the grass. He's going to have to hold it, but there is a complete battle because Aliro Rigo has been able to make a move on the inside of Simon Hodge, but Simon is going to go right back at it into Druids. Oh my word, this is a complete side-by-side battling going into Druids here between the two race leaders, and Simon Hodge is able to hold his position at the moment in the race lead. But Thabo Davison has been able to get up the inside of Peter Stern, and hopefully this time he'll be able to hold that position, which is P number 14. Of course, racing is not going to be close this Saturday with the Race Department Le Mans Series, and that's purely because it's endurance racing, but it's definitely worth the watch. You can win some prizes as well as watching some awesome races. Go over to Twitter and use the hashtag LRDLMS, and you can join the conversation as well. Looking at this battle between, this is Adrian Gibson and Alan Ramsbottom. This is for P number 7. Alan obviously was in that podium position before, but unfortunately made a mistake after a back marker was spun in front of him. He just got caught out a little bit, and unfortunately he wasn't focused on his line. He was focused on the back marker, and they forced him to go wide. Adrian Gibson on the rear of Alan here as he's 4/10 off at the moment. One of the closest battles, if not the closest battle actually, on the track. Going in through the final couple of corners now, trying to keep the power in. Adrian Gibson runs behind Alan Ramsbottom. As you can see, Adrian there a little bit faster, but then the gear change comes and it looks like Alan's just a little bit smoother on those gear changes. Going down into Paddock Hill Bend. Alan going up into Druids now, and then Adrian will be right behind looking for a way through. Obviously, I am actually going to be behind the wheel in the Race Department Le Mans Series this Saturday for a 2-hour stint with one of the teams. But Adrian Gibson is going to make a move on Alan Ramsbottom up the inside, along Cooper Straight into Surtees Bend. And no, Adrian Gibson's clipped the apex and it sort of sent him onto the grass there. So unfortunately, he is going to have to try and recover some time and hopefully not lose more positions, because Daniel Trapp, I believe that is right on his rear now. 6/10 behind. But someone was around during turn 1 there. I was trying to find out who it was, but I couldn't quite make out, unfortunately. But going to go have a look at Mirko Wagner, who's been trying to catch up to Paul Fenwick here for Pete number 5. Yes, I am racing in the GTs as well, so it's going to be nice getting on track with you. But for now, I'm focusing on commentating, as we've got Mirko Wagner right behind Paul Fenwick, who slides it massively through clearways there. Now they're heading up in through Clark Curve, and Mirko Wagner's got the inside. It will be the inside going into Paddock Hill Bend. Look at this side-by-side battling as they head into Paddock Hill Bend, and it looks like Mirko's been able to make that move, and he's going to try and make that stick. Paul Fenwick is going to attack back up the inside into Druids though, and my voice is dead. I don't know what's happened here, but it's dead. I'll try my hardest to persevere, of course. Paul Fenwick is now going to try and recover to get back up into P number 5, and he is right behind. I think that's helped a little bit. Okay, I just choked. Paul Fenwick now, yes, that has helped massively. Paul Fenwick is behind Mirko Wagner here, and is going to be trying to get back up into P number 5, but Dave Peat is also in quite a close battle with Simon Marshall. We're going to go have a little look at these because we've not seen Dave Peat on stream tonight, so he's going to get his moment in the spotlight now as he's going to try up the inside of Simon Marshall. Is he going to be able to make a move? He wobbles slightly under braking towards Simon Marshall. There could have been contact there, but luckily it's been avoided. We'll go have a little look at this battle back for P number 5 between Paul Fenwick and Mirko Wagner. Unfortunately, there is no battle here for the race lead anymore, as Simon Hodge has been able to pull out a gap of almost a second to Lero Rigo. It fluctuates between under a second and a second, so about 2 or 3 tenths between them. Stig Bidstrup and Carl Little, though, are extremely close for P number 3, and this is the battle for the bottom step of the podium at the moment. Carl Little's going to try up the inside of Stig Bidstrup. No, he's going to try for the outside. He's going to try the switch back, though, going up to Druids. Yes, he is, but it's not quite enough because Stig is going to be able to defend. Here goes Carl around the outside. Goes for the inside. It'll become the outside into Graham Hill Bend, but he's going to sit it behind. Will he switch over? No, he won't, because he knows Graham Hill Bend, not an overtaking location. Heading up through Cooper Straight, though, and then into Surtees. Unfortunately, I'm only 17. Alcohol is not really something I'm allowed on just a random one-off basis. It has to be for some sort of event, obviously. But going up into turn number 1 goes Carl Little, trying to get back past Stig Bidstrup. So getting past the back marker quite cleanly there. It was quite nice to see. But up the inside goes Carl Little, tries to make the room, but moves to the outside. Stig maybe weaving a little bit there, and defending, under braking. Running wide goes Carl Little as he pushes a little bit too hard. He's got to be careful with those track limits, not only because of the game, but also because rules in RD. You really got to respect those track limits to make it fairer to all drivers. Obviously, sometimes you're pushing a little too hard, but if you do it often, then expect to deal with the consequences. Luckily, Carl Little, I've only seen him do it once, so I don't think it's anything like he's doing it every single lap or anything. That's for those naughty drivers out there. Carl Little moving to the outside to get around the outside of Stig Bistrup again. Slides it in because he goes for the inside, but he slides it a bit too much. We're going to go stick for the outside. We're going to have to go off board to see this battle on the outside. Go. Little still right behind. He's going to look for the inside going into Graham Hill. He doesn't care. It's not an overtaking location. Has to slam on the brakes. Stig Bistrup turns in anyway, not caring that Carl Little was there. Yeah, 17. I am old enough, but hey ho, I'm not a rule breaker. Well, most of the time. Obviously, I'm staying up until 3 AM next week to do the US rookie stream, so I'm a little bit of a rule breaker anyway. We are following Carl Little once more as this battle for Pete number 3 rages on, but we're going to go have a little look at Alan Ramsbottom as he tries to recover from his earlier mistake. But unfortunately, as soon as we look at him, he is running wide. So it looks like this battle between the third and fourth place is still our closest on the field as we're into the final 10 minutes at the moment. But it's absolutely perfect as soon as I'm actually... Oh, Carl Little and Stig Bistrup running off there. Carl Little amazingly wide. What I was saying was it's absolutely amazing that the moment that I recover from my illness that I've had for 2 weeks, I then get a sore throat. And now my throat is playing up in the stream. Perfect. But anyway, Stig has been able to hold on to his third position extremely well. And Carl Little, has dropped to 5/10. But Marcus Purse trying to get past Simon Marshall is back to this midfield battle now. 3/10 between them. Going up through McLaren. A little bit of a lock-up from both drivers here going through the final couple of corners. And now Daniel Chapman, P number 9. It looks like he's going to try and get some battling going into turn number 1. And he's caught up to Alan Ramsbottom. So Alan not going the right direction by the look of it in this race. Since he's made his mistake, it looks like he's just unable to recover. But there's a battle going on behind. It's side by side between Simon Marshall and Marcus Purse. Marcus Purse has got the inside line, but Simon Marshall is able to hold it on the outside, and Marshall is going to try and keep that going into Graham Hill. He's done so, but this battle for P number 3 has got ever so closer. There's just 2 tenths going into... Oh, God, wrong. No, I'm pressing wrong buttons. We don't care about that. That broke the immersion, didn't it? There we go. On board, that's what I wanted this entire time. And he's going to go look for the inside of Stig. There's a little bit of a netcode by the look of it because it looked like Stig wobbled a little bit under contact that we didn't actually see. Going into Druids, though, Stig's going to push it and try and hold it on the outside. And Carl Little's just not able to do anything. So Stig still able to hold on to that podium as we're into the final 7 minutes. So Little is sitting behind Bistrup here, trying so desperately to get a podium. And there you go. Now there's a back marker moving completely off the circuit there, right onto the apex. Very kind gentleman. I'm going to go and thank him. Who is it? It was Ricardo Navon. Thank you very much, sir, for moving out of the way. Carl Little, though, is trying to look. He's going to try and switch back once again by the look of it. And has it worked out this time? No, it doesn't. Stig goes for the defensive line into Druids. Carl is going to try for the later braking around the outside. It doesn't work. Is he going to try and switch back on the exit of Druids? Yes, he is, because look how close he's been able to get. There's a little bit of a squeeze by Stig there. Able to hold it. Now we're going to go back into this battle between Paul Fenwick and Mirko Wagner. We've been seeing this every now and then dotted throughout the stream, but Paul is right on the rear of Mirko once more, looking for a way past. Goes through McLaren Bend here, in through Clearways. obviously through the final corner, Clark curve. But once more, we're going to have a little look at what Carl Little can do into turn number 1. Will he be able to make the move this time? It's a little bit further off of Stig than last lap, so it doesn't look like He's going to try on the outside as hard as he can. And again, the switchback, it looks like it's going to come on, but Stig, there's contact! There is contact! Is Stig going to be able to hold the car? Oh my word, yes he is, only just. He is able to hold that car. Daniel Trapp and Dave Peat now having a little bit of a battle. Daniel has been able to move up a couple of positions since we last saw him, but there is a side-by-side battle just behind. This is with Simon Marshall and Ross Garland. Simon able to make that move, but Ross is going to go right on the attack back here around the outside of Graham Hill Bend. It's not really an overtaken location. You can see that he's lost a little bit of time through that, but once again we're going to have a little look at this battle for the podium that has been raging on for so long now. 4 minutes remain in this race, going in through Paddock Hill Bend. Carl Little is going to try around the outside of Stig Bidstrup. Our overlay waiting to update there annoyingly, but it looks like Carl has been able to make the move momentarily. He's going to be able to stick it up the inside of Druids. Will Stig be able to hold it on the outside? It's going to become the inside of Graham Hill. There's a little bit of squeezing going on. And it looks like Stig's able to hold the move, but he's made a mistake going into Graham Hill Bend. Will Carl be able to get a better run onto Cooper Straight? It doesn't look like he will. Heads up into Surtees Bend now, through McLaren and into Clearways. We're heading through Clark Curve as the final corner. Once again, it's going to be all about this first set, so that's really the places that we see Carl Little pushing. It seemed to work out last lap until the Graham Hill Bend came around and just didn't work quite as well as Carl would have hoped at the beginning of the lap. Definitely working in Carl's favour. He's going to try for the outside of Druids, squeezing for the very limits of the circuit that Stig was leaving for him there. Carl Little right on the rear Stig. He's going to look for the inside. No, he's going to drop it behind. Make sure he sticks behind through Graham Hill, trying to keep as much speed and momentum as he can. As the top two on getting ever so closer here. It looks like the time has dropped to about half a second. I've seen it drop to. But then again, it drops, climbs back up to a second. So I'm sure they were just under braking at that point. Then unfortunately, we won't see a battle for the lead at the end of this race. We will see this battle for the podium. Obviously, the race leaders are now driving their 31st lap of this race, I believe. 30 laps down. 31st lap they're currently running, which is amazing. And extremely long for these drivers to be pushing their cars around these circuits at these speeds. Carl Little unfortunately dropping off a little bit. Is he going to try and maybe hope for some mistake by Stig, or did he just make a mistake himself? Hopefully he'll be able to catch up and we'll see a battle within the dying moments of this race. We're going to have a little look as a few drivers running off the circuit there through turn number 1, and now look at this, a whole huge gaggle of cars following Lucas Teclaw. He was the driver who ran off. We're going to sit on board Ross Garland, who sits behind this massive group of cars here. He's going to look for the outside of Simon Marshall. He's not really going to make that move. Yes, he is. He's going to attempt it, but he can't quite do it. But he's going to go for the switch back through Clark Curve, but he's got a slow car just in front of him. 3 wide for a moment there. And luckily, Ross Garland is able to pull out that position, as it looks like the battle for 4th has been able to close up once more. Yes, it has. That back marker looks like he's been able to help to close them up a little bit, but it's not helped Carl Little's there. Peter Stern getting off the track, but Carl could not go for his overtake on the outside. So we're going to stick with this battle for 3rd for the remainder of this race, because oh my god, what a battle it is. Carl Little right behind Stig Bidstrup here. Going through the final collection of corners, Carl Little running a lot wider through Clearways there to try and get a faster run on through Clark Curve and onto Bradham Straight. Bradham Straight, sorry, and yes, it looks like it's been able to work out, because going into turn 1 he's been able to close so much time. He's going to try around the outside, but he's going to do his usual switchback move. It definitely looks like that. No, he doesn't actually. He sits right behind it. May have been a little bit of contact there. I'm not too sure, but I saw a wiggle from Stig up ahead. He's going to be able to defend the move on the inside. Carl Little's going to be trying his hardest on the outside line. It looks like he's able to hold it this time. That'll be the inside of Graham Hill. Carl Little after, I don't know, 10 laps of battling has been able to make the move, but no, he loses it immediately. Stig Bidster back up the inside going through Graham Hill, and Carl Little has been robbed of that position once more. 20 seconds, so one more lap I assume after this one. The race leaders will probably already be on their final lap of the race. Carl Little is going to be putting it all out in front of him now. He's going to look for the outside. Will he do his switchback once more? Nope, running extremely wide though, and it looks like he's lost a little bit of time as well. He's going to try and hold it on the outside, but Stig has run it off the circuit up the inside. Something's happened to Stig. I think Stig's out of fuel of something. I don't know what's happened, but Stig is off the circuit. He can't be out of fuel. It's a fixed setup, so I'm not too sure. But this is your race leader and race winner, Simon Hodge, as he comes through to cross the line. And there he goes. Absolutely fantastic. We're going to be placed back into the pit lane here. And then we're going to try and find a side-by-side battling that's going on. No idea who it will be between, but there's someone off. I think that is Stig still running off the circuit. Some issue maybe with the wheel. But it looks like that is all the battling that we will see in this race. Unfortunately, issues for Stig as there he pulls off to the edge of the circuit. Unfortunately for him, it may have been some fuel-related issues. I'm not too sure, but these are your results. Simon Hodge wins by 2.5 seconds over Leo Arrigo. Carl Little was able to get that third position after the mistake by, well, some issue by Stig. Mirko Wagner finished in 4th, followed by Paul Fenwick, Adrian Gibson, Daniel Chapp, Marcus Perth, Dave Peat and Ross Garland. I'm going to let you read through the rest of the field as we go and have a little listen to the team speak server.
It's great. It's a nice battle with Mirko.
Yeah, I think I might have tapped Lucas as well, but I think he was a back marker, Daniel, so...
What happened to Stig on the last lap?
He come off the track.
Yeah.
Really?
Even the
Thank
top
you
12.
very much, Lily. Didn't quite see the end of
phew.
that, but thank you very much, Lily, for following Lilith, and
Wow.
welcome to Race Department.
I got to be honest, I was panicking on the last lap because my indicator went red. I was like, oh my god.
My indicator already came on, like with on the second to last lap.
I had
yellow.
2 meters left, so I was completely safe.
But 5.4.
Yeah, but I'm awful at managing fuel and tires, and
Ran us the
everything.
quicker time in the race, and pleased with that, got into the 53s.
So, what did you guys think of the race then? Did you enjoy it?
Oh,
Yeah.
Amazing.
Awesome as always, buddy, awesome as always.
Awesome. Thank you very much, and I'm sure the chat liked it as well, didn't you, chat? Thank you very much, guys. I'm going to pop back out of TeamSpeak now.
Thank you all.
Bye, Joseph. Thank you.
Bye.
See you, buddy. Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
So, thank you very much for joining tonight, and it was an amazing race. Unfortunately, there was a bit of fuel issues for Stig in that battle for third, but it happens in racing, and unfortunately it happened to him. But this is going to be the end of the stream. I hope you have enjoyed it. Be sure to check out tomorrow, as we're heading to the famous Nordschleife, where our one and only Bram will obviously be hosting our stream, and then we are back for the rookies on Friday. Mighty Mazdas, I'm behind the wheel and I will be streaming that. But remember, this Saturday, Race Department Le Mans Series. If you want to join the conversation, be sure to head over to Twitter and use the hashtag RDLMS. And you can also tweet to Race Department at Race Department, and you can join the conversation. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Thank you for everyone who followed and joined Race Department tonight. And I will see you, well, you will see me tomorrow, and I will see you on Friday.